So Max, obviously this is a resounding endorsement of a firm from investors, but you also potentially left a lot of money on the table. What is your reaction to the day's events?
You know, we've known each other for a long time. I think you'll have to agree when I say I'd like to take the long view. I think it is really, really important to know what this is all about. We are not, this is not an exit. It's not a finish line. And we didn't, leave something. We started a new leg of our journey, and it's super exciting. And the goals were very clear. We wanted to raise at least $1 billion. We really wanted to tell our story, and we wanted to recruit lots of professional and retail investors to join what we think is almost a revolution in consumer finance. And so all of those goals were accomplished. Very happy about that. The market will do what it does. It'll price us, and I just really hope people evaluate our performance as a stock in increments of quarters and years, not in one day.
Well, and now you are a public company, and you've got to keep up the momentum. I'm sure you were somewhat prepared for this. We saw this happen with Airbnb. We saw this happen with DoorDash. But are you at all concerned this puts additional pressure on the company to live up to very high expectations?
I think we've always been very clear and relatively thoughtful, and certainly, it's in our DNA to be transparent. What we think we're going to deliver, what we think we're going to build, and our job is to tell our story clearly and forecast what we can and guide what we can do, and be held to that account. It's my first day as a publicly traded CEO. Ask me again in a few months what the pressure is like.
We most certainly will, Max. I got to ask you, we are in an incredibly volatile, unprecedented political climate. We have the president being impeached for the second time, the first president in history to be impeached twice. Certainly this impacts sentiment, and your customers are consumers who, many of them are suffering because of a pandemic. They've lost their jobs. What is your outlook on the next year, given these remarkable circumstances?
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more on that. We live in the strangest of times, certainly in my memory. I think, first of all, it goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. What we witnessed in DC a few days ago is a disgrace. And as an American and a relatively late stage in life, American by choice, I take great pride in my citizenship. I believe in tenets of democracy, in rule of law, and all the building blocks of this country are really important to me. And both as a private individual and an executive and a founder. So what we saw, I think, was frankly just egg on our face, for lack of a better term. And I hope to never witness that again. And I hope we do better as a society. That said, I think that the dream I believed in is this idea when my family came to America, is that you can be anything and you can recover from any footfall. And I believe that our economy will recover, and Affirm certainly has a major part to play there. We're excited to help in the regrowth of hopefully all those lost jobs and all the businesses that can use the sales and the customers. But I'm optimistic, but I'm probably a semi-permanent optimist just by training and trade.
So what is your outlook on e-commerce in general? And we've got just about 30 seconds left, given that, on the one hand, we're potentially going back to a new normal, but on the other, we're still in uncertain economic times.
I'm very convinced that the sort of non-incremental, non-linear shift from offline to online is not flipping back. I think we may go back to our offices, as Dick said, but I don't think we're going back to shopping the way we did. I think online, the giant leap that offline gave to online is here to stay. And again, Affirm is excited to be a part of it.